Here are the rocks already. Look. You can see the big rocks. Wow. You can see those big boulders. My God. That's crazy. Oh, here we go. Over here. No alcohol. Oh boy. Donation box. All right, guys, made it to the parking area of Bilger's Rocks. Pennsylvania has all these weird rock outcroppings. There's another interesting rock outcropping in the northeastern part of PA. I've done a video there. I'll leave a link in the top right corner. But I always wonder if these rocks were placed by extraterrestrials or something. So this is going to be very interesting. There's lots of bears here. Clearfield County, Pennsylvania. Lots and lots of black bears here. They get up to 600 pounds. There's a huge bear population here, and you can see how thick the woods are. It's exactly what bears like. They like those thick woods. And every year, hunters kill multiple 500-600 pound black bears here. So, got my 10mm with some hard cast bear loads, and just a really nice spot. It's not too well known by people that are not from central PA, or even from people outside of PA, and not many people know about this place, but it's a real gem. So got the trail boss with the Magnuson supercharger. She's doing good. No issues with the supercharger. I've already put, I think, maybe 1,000 miles on the truck since I got the supercharger installed. I'll be doing multiple videos on that. The trail grapplers are holding up good. Still got a lot of tread life on them. Over 10,000 miles already on these. And this is my EDC Glock 20 Gen 4 KKM barrel, threaded so I can suppress it if I want to. I do have some nice suppressed bear loads I'm going to do some videos on, but here's my Surefire X300. I got these Trigicon suppressor height night sights. Excellent EDC gun for this part of the world, because you can carry it in town and then you can carry it in the woods. Just change your ammo. So the Pennsylvania Game Commission has some kind of public access deal. Bilger's Rocks is actually owned by a non-profit. So there's a nice little pavilion over here with a little playground. There's camping spots. There's a little sign-in place here. You can sign in. Just a real nice, peaceful spot. Look how quiet it is here. Check this out, guys. Got some chestnut trees here. Pennsylvania still has a lot of chestnuts, actually. If you don't know, the American chestnut almost went extinct. Used to cover the entire Appalachian Mountains. Then there was the chestnut blight, which killed almost all of them, and they're pretty much extinct in most eastern states, but there's a lot of them in Pennsylvania that survived, And actually, in a survival situation, you can eat chestnuts if you find a chestnut tree. Here's one little chestnut tree that they've protected here from the deer and stuff growing, and looks like there might be a chestnut over there. That looks like a chestnut. You can tell by those leaves. Wow. Got this white pine that got blown over, and it smells real nice. Fresh pine. Look at these beautiful hemlocks here. It's the state tree of Pennsylvania. And they're budding right now because it's mid-May. Get the little green buds. Check that out. Looks like more chestnuts here. Look at all these hemlocks. So these are the rocks. You can see them here already. You can see these big crevasses. So we're walking on the top of the rocks now. You can see all these crevasses everywhere. Just looks absolutely insane. Look at that. Wow. Look at these rocks. It's crazy. Look how the hemlock just grew right on top of the rock. It's crazy. This is interesting though. All these crevasses everywhere. Look at that. It's all just giant boulders that we're standing on. It's just gigantic boulders everywhere. These are all boulders here. Look at that crevasse. Wow. Very interesting place. Just gigantic rocks. And there's so many of them here. They're all over. We're just standing on them right now. Beautiful hemlock woods over there. Look at all those hemlocks. Wow, now you can really see how prominent these rocks are. Look at this. It's a really strange place. Look at these rocks. Oh my gosh, this is scary. Oh man, you could fall down. This is insane. Look at this. Wow. This just doesn't look natural. Look at this. It's like perfect squares. And there's like marks on the boulders. Check it out. You see those little, like almost like cut marks, like something was cutting this rock. This is just totally insane. The video doesn't do justice to how massive these boulders are. Giant square boulders. Just looks crazy. Look at that. Cave in there. Just looks totally insane. And these boulders are huge. You know, if you were to fall off the stone I'm standing on now, you'd drop like 2-3 stories. You can see I'm basically at the treetop here. Okay. Wow, looks like a massive hemlock got blown over there by the wind. But yeah, these stones look insane. Look at those like weird cut marks. Look at that. You can see them like diagonally there. Can't imagine that they had giant saws over here. Look at these caves here. Wow. Sounds like we got a Bigfoot over here somewhere. What was that? That was weird. Look at the cave in there. So guys, check this out. This is just crazy. There's like a perfect right angle. Look at how high up I am. I gotta be careful I don't fall off. Wow. Again, the camera doesn't do justice, but that's really high. We're like, you know, I would say 2 stories up. Look at that perfect angle there. Check that out. Look at that perfect corner there. And I'm gonna head down there. We're gonna take a closer look at that, but this is just a really strange place. Look at these stones. Look at this. Perfect squares. It looks like they were just placed here. I mean, look. It's like a perfect square here. Look at that. Perfect right angle. Wow. Gotta be careful I don't slide off the edge. Look at this. Perfect right angle there. It's like mossy and you got these wet leaves. You can slip right off. But look at this. It's like a perfect square. It's like a perfect square, like a cube. Giant stone cube. It just looks crazy. Look at that. Looks absolutely insane. Look at the little cave under there. Great spot for a bear. It's just such a creepy area. Look at that right angle there, 90-degree angle, perfect cut. And this whole rock here is just shaped like a giant cube. Look at that. Just looks really, really crazy. Look, one giant cube here and one giant cube over here. And then you got this big crevasse in here. Camera doesn't do justice, but this tree here is like a foot thick. And we're like, you know, 30 feet up. So these are gigantic rocks. Look at this, guys. It's really interesting, like cuts, or I don't know what that is. I'm sure there's a lot of scientific research on this place, but it just doesn't look natural to me. Look at the surface of the stone. Absolutely insane. Just want to show you this crazy looking cave over here. Look at that thing. Wow. Gotta be careful you don't fall off the edge. The camera doesn't do justice, but that cave is really deep. Let me see if I can get my flashlight in there. Looks like people graffitied it a little bit. Yeah, this is just totally insane. Just a real beautiful place. Very unique. Wow. That's just insane. It's really scary. I'm standing right on the edge. This is just totally insane. Here's another crevasse here. Man, you could just fall right in. That would be a really bad day if you fell down in there. You stepped by accident down in this little hole. Man, that would be terrible. To jump over this one though, but a lot of these crevasses everywhere. We're standing on top of these rocks. This is crazy. You can spend a whole day here. Look at that crevasse. Look how far down it goes. And it'd be bad if you dropped your keys down in there, or my phone that I'm using to film right now. Look at this crevasse. It's just insane. There's more stones here. Wow, this is cool. Look at this. Wow. This is just insane. If you came here in the winter, you could fall in these crevasses easily because everything would be covered with snow and you wouldn't know where the crevasses are. You could fall right in. right in here, fall right in, but look at all these crevasses everywhere. Absolutely insane. Right here's a little one. Another big crevasse over there. Check this out. Wow. And people walk in between these boulders. Like someone got in there and put some graffiti in there. I don't know how they got in there, but wow. It's just local kids mostly. It's not like a busy spot here or anything. It's just insane. Really crazy, crazy place. More boulders there. It's a huge spot too. It's big. Look at this. Wow. Look at this, guys. This is insane. Look at all those diagonal patterns there. Check that out. Looks crazy. Look at this spot right here. Got another right angle here. Giant blocks. Absolutely insane. Look at that. There's a cave in there. Wow, this is someplace. This is someplace. There's some other people here climbing. It's just interesting texture of this stone. Look at that. Look at this crevasse here. It's just insane. People walk in between these boulders. We're not going to do that today, but this is just an insane place. Absolutely insane. This is insane. Look at this, guys. Definitely going to have to come back here several more times and do more detailed analysis here, but this is crazy. Look at this. Absolutely insane. Check this out, guys. What a crazy place. Crazy place here. Wow. Just totally insane. Get that crevasse in there. It's crazy. It's just a creepy place over here. It's just something about this place just creepy. I don't know what it is, but it's just creepy here. Wow. Looks like the rocks end over here. At the edge of the rocks, I think. What a creepy, creepy place. Wow. Beautiful but creepy. There's just weird vibes I'm getting here. Weird vibes. I just saw a dude here with a swastika tattoo. So here's the Bilger Run. Look at that beautiful water, real clean. This is the site of an old sawmill. That was an interesting trip. Interesting place, really weird place. Ran into some white supremacists in the woods here. That's why you gotta always carry. They were like following me too. I actually drew my gun out, just held it at the side.